Okay, this morning we're going to do another session with Roxy on her ducks, and as you may notice, I've expanded the area a little bit more so that we can get a little longer drives and a little bit more room before the ducks reach the fences on her fetching. Before I go in, I did a little obedience outside the arena and made her heel a little bit and made sure that she was paying attention to me because she knows she's coming in for ducks, so she's pretty keen to get in there. So I want to get in her head a little bit about get her focus on me rather than the ducks before we go in there. I also did some giving exercises and making her give off my rake a little bit, which she does very well off the ducks, not always so well on the ducks, but that's a work in progress. But it's just a good kind of tune-up before I step in the arena to get my dog focused. How your dog approaches the arena is very important. If they're dragging you to the arena, you are totally out of the picture. If they come and you are more in their focus, that's at least a good start. So we're going to get started here. I have my dog on a down. Oh, so we're going to down. Good. So she got up before I asked, so we start again. Down. Good girl. Good down. Okay. Down. Good. Good girl. Now, usually with Roxy, I start with a little gym class first. While she's keen for the ducks, she's a very calm dog so far. And so I like to kind of get her a little jump started with a little walkabout first, and then go to my ABCs, my driving exercises, and she also gets to drive my lambs when she's doing chores once a week for me. So she does get a lot of ABCs there with the lambs that she doesn't really need per se with the ducks. So we're going to start with a little bit of gym class. Get around. Good girl. Get around. So I'm going to watch the ducks. Good girl. Get around. Good girl. Just wanted to slow her down there. I'm getting a little far away from the ducks, so I got closer. We're using hens now and drakes mixed. And so it kind of gives the dogs, the puppies, more work because they don't Good girl. Get around. Good. Good. Because they don't stick together as well. Hens always have a mind of their own. And she was getting a little bored with the drake sticking together. So, good girl. So I decided to add hens and a larger group, of course. So it gives her more work, and they can go in 10 different directions, like herding cats. So, and she likes it. And she may be wrong once in a while, but that's okay. We learn from our mistakes. Good girl. Good job. Good. Good girl. Get around. Good. This pup is pretty calm, so you can see she can work pretty close to the ducks without getting them too upset. Good girl. And I don't mind when she kind of does that on the backside of a duck. She's not really hurting anything, and she's giving a little shove to the back of the ducks, like get going, and I'm going to need that later. I'm going to want that heel later, so I'm not going to, unless she's like grabbing a duck or hauling a duck off, I'm not going to get upset about that. Good girl. Good. And I would urge everybody to watch my footwork. I know it's fun to watch the dog and the ducks, but we talked about round handlers produce round dogs and straight handlers produce straight dogs. So you'll notice how my feet are constantly walking roundly backwards rather than straight back. Most people want to walk straight back because who would do this in natural life? Nobody does this. No human being does this in their everyday life. So because of it, what they do is they suck the dog forward. There's a nice little piece of paste that was very nice. They suck the dogs forward by walking straight away from the stock, because as I give the dog room in the arena, she takes it because she's an ambitious dog. But if I stay round, I can stay close to my stock, still pressure her, and she spends more energy rebalancing and less energy coming straight in and splitting ducks or grabbing a duck or whatever. So when you're watching this video, I want you to watch my feet. At least one time, I want you to watch my feet and not the duck and the dog. Good girl, good girl, good girl, good. Good girl. The other thing we're going to start today, hopefully, is some little baby outruns. Good girl. Get around. Good. Good. And you notice I'm trying to get her to stay in the pocket. We call it the pocket more. She's wearing less, and she's being a little straight. Good girl. That was very nice. I like the way she bowed out to go get that duck. That was great. Not bad for, 8 months old or whatever she is now. So I'm very happy with that for a young dog. Good girl. Good. Get around. Good. And we're gonna. Good. Down. Good job. Good job. Very good. Very good. So there's the walkabout out in the open area. We can also do a little bit of a fetching along the fences and teaching her that the ducks belong at my core rather than to the side of me, behind me, whatever. And so how we do that is we just, nope, I'm going to go that way, get around, So the ducks pass me, I let her bring them back, I block her, ducks past me, she brings them back. Good girl. Get around it. So I walked out there to make sure that she got around that duck. You got a kind of a jam up there. There we go. Good. So this is sort of a second fetching exercise. We're missing some ducks. There we go. And I just changed my rake hand to help cue her as to which ducks she should focus on. She has an opinion, but I have an opinion too. Ducks past me. She needs to bring them back. I block her because we're going to continue in the same. We're going to continue in the same direction. And as long as the ducks are kind of on my side, now I'm going to swap. We're going to go back. No. Good girl. Oh, duck's past me. She needs to go bring them back. Good. 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 Okay, we've got an errant duck. So I'm going to walk at her. Good. And try to get her on the outside of that duck. Good. Down. Good job. Get around. Good. Down. Down. Good girl. Get around. We have a neighbor going around the property. Hold on a second. This is real life, folks. This isn't staged. Get around. My neighbor's four-wheeling her grandchildren. This is real life in Kentucky. Let's try again. Lie down. Good job. Good job. So another little exercise that I sometimes do is I push a duck out, get around it, and make sure she covers it wide. Down. No. Down. Good girl. Down. Get around. Good. Down. Good job. Lie down. I'll just take my little rake like a little pancake. Turn in a pancake. Good girl. Get around. Good girl. That's a girl. Good. Lie down.